alternate candidates, Robson, and actually she's coming this week. I work. There's only one left. Join us. All right. Let me give you that. I'll get a hold of my campaign. Yes. I'll keep that card. Okay. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So I should go to Schiff.com. So far, I've been doing 16,000 which is more than all the other candidates combined. So there's a lot of people who are volunteering. We'd love to have you. So when it comes by, just call them. The phone number is on the website. So they'll different coordinators. Right now, we're trying to organize coordinators for the volunteers community. We've got 50 people to be leaders. There are a lot of people that are going to volunteer in the state. I have a lot of people that want to come from other states. I got people that want to come from other countries. And they're mostly young. They're mostly high school and college. I'm speaking in Ridgefield on Thursday. You know anybody there? It's not my shift. Ridgefield on Thursday night, RTC, just like this.
Okay, all right.
I'm James.
This country is not very physical conservative.
Well, my belief is that none of these issues that get wrapped under the umbrella of social justice are the problems of federal government. The Constitution limits federal power. There are very few, and there's nothing in the Constitution that says the government can regulate abortion, that the government can regulate the definition of marriage, that the government can regulate the use of drugs, any of that. All of that is from the state. So I don't think the federal government should have any involvement in any of these issues. It's not authorized by the Constitution. Now, if I was running for governor in Connecticut, then I think it would be more relevant because I might have, and then I would be governed by the state constitution. But as a senator, I have no business. So any legislation that in any way introduced federal control or regulation, one way or the other, I would vote against it. Whether it's just regulating on it, spending money on it, I would vote no.
I absolutely understand what you're talking about. Yes. I have to come to line next week.
Breath of fresh air. What definite reason you say things that I wouldn't think. Everyone is afraid of verbalize. It was my wife that was yelling, "Let me be." You two must be one and the same. Really believe this. And he seems to listen.
Well, no one wants to acknowledge it. They all want to pretend that we can make these problems go away, that we can just spend money and print money, and it's going to be okay, and it's not. And even when I remember when I was going on television and making all these predictions, I used to get emails all the time about you're saying exactly what I'm saying. So it wasn't like I was the only one. I was just the only one on television, but people were telling me I'm saying the same things, and everybody's laughing at me. My family is arguing with me. They would get into these arguments at a dinner table, and everybody would say, "You're crazy, you're nuts," and but then they would see me confirming what they were saying, and now they would feel that they're not so crazy because there's somebody else who thinks the way they do.
It's nice to have that voice, exactly.
One voice against many.
Well, you know what? I was one voice against many in calling the financial crisis. But you know what? You don't have to win them all over. If I can just get one or two other senators to agree with me, now it's not 1 against 99, it's 3 against 97, and it grows. And you just got to meet with some of these people and show them the facts. I mean, I can show people. I can just go back in time and say, look, this is what I said. Here's what Geithner said. Here's what Burnett said. Here's where this guy was wrong, and he was wrong, and he was wrong. Here, I was right, I was right. So what do you think? Then who are you going to listen to? The people who have never gotten it right, or the guy that's always gotten it right? Maybe there's some method to my math. Maybe I know what I'm talking about. And the thing is, the real solutions are not expensive. The healthcare problem, don't ask me about healthcare, but I mean, I can solve all that. It won't cost a dime. There's some problems that are so simple to solve. It's just removing the barriers of government impediments that have screwed up the market, and just reintroduce the market, and it'll work. Yeah, no. Let's talk about healthcare.
Points which you do. actually there.
Yes.
There's different fees.
Yeah, well, the reason that healthcare is out of control, first you have to understand that in free markets, the way they work is that they bring prices down. Competition always brings prices down. Capital investment, look at cell phones, plasma TVs, anywhere the government's not involved, capital. So the question people have to ask is, why is healthcare different? What is making healthcare prices go up when they should be going down? And the reason is government. So the biggest problem is the tax code. The tax code says if I pay my employees wages, they pay taxes. If I pay them health insurance, they pay no taxes. So now the employee says, okay, I want you to give me as much money as you can for your health insurance. So I want you to use my health insurance to pay for my medical expenses. But that's not why insurance was created. Insurance is not there to pay for medical. It's there to pay for catastrophic risks. So insurance should be low cost because it's only for kids. It's for something big. It's not supposed to pay for routine medical procedures like a sprained ankle, childbirth. These are things that we're supposed to pay for out of our savings. But because we're doing it all through insurance, and now we have third-party payers, no one cares what anything costs. And it costs the doctors an arm and a leg because the minister goes in there with a $100 bill. He's got to read some paperwork. No one just gives them the cash. So we've got to stop. And the easiest way to do that, I don't want to people demagogue. My easiest solution to that is allow anybody who works where the employer provides health care. You can opt out of the health care and take the cash tax rate. So if the employer gives you $10,000 of health insurance, you can say, give me the cash, $10,000, no taxes. Doesn't hurt the employer, he's indifferent, right? Now you've got 10 grand. Now you go out and buy your own insurance. But now that you're spending your money, you're going to say, well, I don't need this expensive policy. I don't need that Cadillac policy. Give me a cheap policy that covers it. And put the savings in your pocket. That's number one. But then what we can do to further increase competition is remove the barriers that prohibit insurance companies from competing across state lines. Eliminate the barriers that prevent Japanese and Swiss insurance companies from competing for our business. We need real tort reform so that we don't have, so that we're not spending, not so much even the cost of malpractice insurance, which drives a lot of doctors into early retirement, but all the defensive medicine that runs up this we don't need. But also, we need to get the government to stop mandating that insurance companies cover everything. Why can't they cover what people want? It's like if you went to an automobile to buy a car, and the government said, well, you have to have a sunroof, you have to have leather seats, you got to have GPS, you got to have spoon. What if you don't want all those? So I want people to be able to buy coverage if they don't want mental health, they don't want to, then don't make them lie.
Well, it works against sometimes we just do but I'll talk to you. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Could someone please close the doors in the back? Thank you. All right. We have one more guest speaker.
And what I think is interesting, if you look at the areas of medicine.
Okay, is everyone mindful? Can someone close that door? Let's start now.
That's where people are going, and that's where actually LASIK surgery is getting cheaper and better.
Hey, Dr. Joe, could you ask the Peter Schiff campaign to please